Hey, we are here at Rock on the Range 2016. I'm Axl Lowe with the legend Nikki Sixx. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't know about a legend, but we're here at Rock on the Range.
Well, you know what? There are plenty of faceless bands, and that doesn't have anything to do with their music. There are a lot of great bands that you just can't put a face with them. I mean, you're one of the most iconic people in rock over the last 20 years. If you went out, even in LA, where there's a lot of celebrities, so people aren't freaked out every time they see a celebrity. I mean, it's hard for you to just go to the drugstore and stuff, isn't it?
Not really. I mean, LA's pretty callous towards that kind of stuff. I live in a kind of a small town where I know the guy at the grocery store and guy at the gas station. He's like, "Hey, Nick, you want the usual coffee?" Because I kind of check out of that whole thing. But I'm not doing this. I'm all about creativity to get to here, Right. And that's what I love about being in a band, being a photographer, and doing radio and stuff. It's all about creativity, and then I get to go out and play. This is the best part. After that is you get to go out and play your songs, and you hear the lyrics, you hear them sung back to you, and have people come up to you and say, "Man, that song you guys just put out, like it really touched me," and you're like, "Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do."
Prayers for the Damned is a new 6 a.m. record, and the band's been around for a while, but this has got to be a great starting point or a restart point because it's your sole focus now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our time finally, and respectfully so. The band waited in the shadows of Motley Crue, and Motley Crue is the mothership. They always knew that. DJ was playing with Guns N' Roses. We knew that. James was turning away people to produce their albums and write songs for them, and we knew that. So we would kind of make albums when we could and keep the standard up, but we couldn't really go out and do this, which is like the other part of being in a band. Take it out to people, and we're now out. The first album's out. It's a double album, right? Second album will come out later. We're going out with Five Finger Death Punch and Shine Down doing arenas, and that'll be the fall. And during that time, like we play small, like intimate, unannounced clubs. We call those prayer sessions.
I mean, how fun is that going to be for you to get back to small clubs?
I mean, it's fun. We've done some, out here on the road. We'll do a festival, then we'll do like an unannounced. We announce it only on our Twitter account that we're doing a thing called a hit and run. And we'll like show up at some weird location, tell people the address, and play an acoustic set. And then we'll just announce an address, and we'll show up, and we'll do a 2-hour.
Make sure you're following 6 a.m. on Twitter.
Yeah, it's fun, and there'll be like 700-800 people will show up, 1,000 people will show up. Sometimes we've done some weird stuff, like just like play like 3 songs out by the back of the buses for kids.
I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, we're loving it. So I guess it's like we've been waiting, and now we're like making up for lost time, having a great time.
We were thinking, I mean, outside of there's got to be a couple of other examples maybe you'll be able to think of. Ozzy left Black Sabbath, solo career. It happened. He was successful with it. Dave Grohl, Nirvana to Foo Fighters. But I mean, it's kind of the situation where you're in, trying to upstart another great thing. What are some other people that you think along history have had success doing it, or is it a limited number?
I'm sure Dave didn't go, I want to go do something that's as big or bigger than Nirvana, or Phil Collins, leaving Genesis. I think that what we want to do is be creative. And when Motley Crue came to an end, I knew it was coming to an end. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to take up golf? I become like the dog walker for all the women in the neighborhood.
You sure love those golden retrievers. I see them all over Instagram. I could see that.
If you got a golden retriever, I'll walk your dog. So, I do photography. That keeps me juiced. I have a radio show. I really love that. I do a lot of other stuff. I got a great wife. She's my best friend, supports me in everything I do.
She's got a show too, doesn't she?
And she's got like a couple deals with a couple companies she's working on. And talk about a creative person. She's so creative. And we really gel on that level. And then, writing music for 6 a.m. and now being able to tour and then doing these like hit and runs and these prayer sessions. It's great. I mean, fuck, dude, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the new chapter, man, and kind of restarting everything again.
And I love Motley Crue. I mean, I just can't believe it. Like we actually lasted 35 years. That band was built to crash and burn, and there's so many great songs, and I'm forever grateful to Tommy, Vince, and Mick that I met them and got to experience that. And people every day come up to me and say, "Man, I love Motley Crue," and it's just icing on the cake when they go, "And I love your new band too." So I take that.
Talented guy, hardworking guy, and he's living the charmed life. Nikki Sixx, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, really.